Hi guys. So this is the first rat we are ever offering to this nice Crotalus unicolor. And it wants to get it, but I'm just teasing it out so we can see her strike. Okay, that was an empty strike. Another one. Good. Boom. Boom. It got it. Alright, this was a backbite. It's not very common with this animal. But we'll leave the rat be now. And then later on return when she starts eating. Alright, we have had our change of cameras. And we're back with her. So this is her first rat. She normally eats out mice. And I'm interested how she's gonna handle it. She bit the animal and she seems she's interested. So I don't think the smell is much of a problem. But she also does not like to feed when I'm present in the room, so it's also another layer of interest. What I'll do is I will take the water dish out so we have a better angle. Yeah, we don't put our hands near this one. Pit vipers are notorious for biting off fingers. Well, rotting them off at least. So let's see how she's gonna handle this. So, for those of you who don't know, this is my only rattlesnake in the collection that I have considered selling several times but didn't because other people don't value her as much as I do, I think. But she is a Aruba Island rattlesnake, an endangered species. It's Crotalus the unicolor, and she's definitely a spectacular animal, in my opinion. But again, for some reason the prices in the market are too low right now. And I think I like her too much that I end up not selling her. But you know, I'm making this video, guys, to let you know that I'm actually reducing my collection. I have sold my Samar Cobras already, and I have sold a pair of death adders before, the so-called Acanthopus wolfi, the Tajara desert death adders. And I'm doing this because my wife is about 8 months pregnant and we are expecting a baby boy soon. And I want to minimize the risk at home. And you know, it is a fact that having 20 venomous snakes at home is riskier than having 10 venomous snakes at home, because it is interesting how these things work, but the more you work with the animal, more confident you get and more chances that you take. And when you have more animals to work with, your probability of making a judgment error increases. And I'm gonna run a tight collection here. My expectation is at most 12 snakes. I currently have 10. And yes, I will do a collection video at some point. And then I have a few spiders, a lizard, which I will show later on, and a centipede. So this is going to be a relaxed collection. Obviously, as time goes by, I may even reduce it further due to the fact that I will have a decent sized king cobra in the house, which needs a lot of space. Okay, so this guy and this gal is coming out for some reason instead of eating, but anyway. So that is the fact of the matter. By the way, I'm taking a photo now of one of my death adders because she is also eating a rat for the first time and she looks quite funny. Yeah, anyway, so that's the story. Let me cut it here until she starts feeding and then we can keep talking. Okay, so we got here. We just went around a little bit, smelled everything, almost got out of the cage, and then she found the rat. And it seems like it's not going to be so much of a problem. Obviously she sees me nearby and her mouth is full, so she's rattling like crazy. Typical rattlesnake behavior, warning me off, telling me that she's a scary, scary animal, while her arsenal is busy. Alright, a little bit of information about the animal before I get back to my personal dilemma. Again, this is an Aruba Island rattlesnake. Rattlesnakes are strictly American animals. They come from mainly North America. They are fascinating creatures. They are vipers, but they're also pit vipers, and they have this adaptation on the tail. It's basically modified skin with some bead type little bits and pieces in there that they can make a rattling sound. It's an evolutionary mechanism to ward off large animals like bison, but now these days it's working in an opposite way. Actually, the rattlers are selected against because unfortunately idiot humans are killing them. When they hear the snakes rattle, they find them and they kill them. So there's some theories that in time rattlesnakes may lose their rattling, as the ones that do not rattle get favored by the artificial selection mechanism that we have introduced. Rattlesnakes, they have a nice combination of toxic venom, hemotoxins there that create a lot of blood issues. The bite is usually necrotic. Some species have also neurotoxins. So it's an interesting combination. And as I said, they are pit vipers, so they have heat sensing pits and they can easily see you in dark because of the nice heat that the human body radiates. And that's how they hunt as well. They have a second sight, basically. This little girl has been with me since she was a tiny hatchling, and she's growing very nicely after a couple of years. I don't plan to breed her because unfortunately this species is severely inbred, as there is no export out of the Aruba Island basically, and what we have is what we have of resulting from generations of inbreeding. So I don't see it fair to the animal to breed and get multiple stillborn kinked animals for a couple normal looking ones who may have a lot of internal problems. I will only breed her if I get a male that is legally exported out of the island at some point by a zoo that is not related to the stock we have currently, which seems unlikely. So she's a single animal, and you know, I tried selling her, but it looks like she's gonna stay with me for a while as a basically a single animal for show. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna be a dad, and as I told you, I'm reducing my collection. Because of this, unfortunately, the videos may end up getting quite repetitive, guys, and I'm already sorry for that. You know, I don't have a large room that is capable of housing venomous. I have a single room with limited space that I used very well so far, but I'm just gonna again, with the king cobra growing over the years and a baby in the house, I need to be quite careful with how many snakes that I have. I have again reduced the collection already down to 10 snakes. It'll probably, you know, be around this many, if not less, to tell you the truth. So that's the story. The videos get boring, they will, and I am sorry about that. Maybe I will reduce my videos to once every 2 weeks instead of every week. But it is what it is. In the meantime, let's keep enjoying this beauty. So this is her first rat, but she did take down very large adult mice, and this rat is not the giant rat, so I think she's gonna be fine with this. And it looks like she's doing great. So I will just change the angle a little bit so we see a lot more of the snake. Alright. In the meantime, I'm feeding these other bunch of snakes that I have. As you have seen in the previous videos, the king cobra feeds on mice now, obviously with a lot of scenting. So I'm doing that scenting right now and giving him a couple nice little mousies. Alright, she seems to be doing okay. Alright, I'm just gonna cut here now and just start back again when she's about to be done. Alright guys, so we're back to GoPro. I wanted to get you a more interesting view where you're face to face with the snake. I'm not gonna have a narration for this, but just watch. I think this is gonna be very nice. Well, she seems to be doing it still. Again, it's a large prey, guys, so that's taking time. But I think this is gonna be a nice footage. Let's move in a little bit. Right, it seems like we are almost done here. Perfect. Alright guys, this was Crotalus the unicolor. I hope you enjoyed the inside footage, and I wish you guys all a great new year. Take care, bye.